Hello once again, fellow Guardians. Welcome back to Destiny Tracker. My name is KillerBeast61. With anticipation for Destiny 2 still high, here at Destiny Tracker we're committed to celebrating the beginning of a new era by continuing our focus on lore. This week we're off to see the Wizard, pulling back the metaphorical curtain to get a better look at the Speaker. Though we are introduced to him early on, we have learned very little about the voice of the Traveler throughout Destiny's 3-year history. The game presents him as a sympathetic authority figure, one that worries over the fate of those the Traveler protects. But what do we really know about the Traveler's High Priest? The enigmatic figure that serves as a spiritual leader for the forces of the light reveals very little about himself. Though as newly minted Guardians, we trust him to reveal the nature of our new existence, we never see what's behind the mask. As far as we know, no one in the tower even knows if he is human, or awoken, or an exo. The little we do know, that he has his own wing in the tower where he presides over a strange gyroscopic construct that appears only a few times in the game, and only begs more questions. Riches do not seem to interest him. He doesn't seem preoccupied with glimmer or the trappings of power, though he accepts and bestows motes of light and offers ghost to worthy guardians. It makes sense that he would deal in the currency of light, but what does he do with all the motes we offer him? And what is the function of the machinery he oversees? It's possible that the answer to both revolves around the attempt to heal the Traveler, but we simply don't know. In fact, how can we even be sure that this strange figure can even hear or properly interpret the will of the Traveler? Simply put, the questions revolving this role and his ability to interpret our protector make the Speaker one of Destiny's biggest mysteries. The Grimoire states that there has always been a Speaker. He is shown to have arrived at the last city in its infancy, when it was mere a village. In one of the videos for Destiny 2, the Speaker is shown talking to a group of survivors, likely spreading faith in the mysterious Traveler. Though our glimpse of him is brief, the manner in which he is shown, with his arms spread towards the heavens, makes him seem like a rural preacher, attempting to convert the masses. It's easy to read between the lines and assume that, at the very least, the Speaker is a charismatic and persuasive in order to have gained so many followers. For him to have earned his title, he must not only be an effective narrator, but also a true disciple of the light. The problem is, how does he prove this? And what determines what that means? What proof could the Speaker have offered in the past to verify his connection to the Avatar of the Light? Delving further into the Grimoire offers more insight into his motivations and background, though those few Guardians who are most familiar with the Speaker are now seemingly lost to legend. The famed Defender Titan Saint 14, Champion of the Light, called him father. The Speaker, in turn, referred to Saint 14 as his son, though there seems to be little warmth in the relationship, at least from the Speaker. It is possible that the Speaker only used the Titan, capitalizing on Saint's fame and the public's goodwill to gain favor with them through his beloved son. Regardless of the nature of his feelings toward the hero, we do know that Saint 14 cared for the Speaker. There must be good in the Speaker, if for no other reason than that Saint 14 loved him. Yet while Saint 14 held him in high esteem, his contemporary, the rebel warlock Osiris, did not seem to trust the Speaker. Osiris was the former Vanguard warlock mentor, but his rift with the Speaker was enough to cause him to abandon his post. What did Osiris see in the Speaker that caused him to break with the Vanguard? Was the rift caused by Osiris's desire to find out the true nature of our second life as Guardians? The Grimoire points to the Speaker having a grim, divisive subject. Then are we intended to be little more than war machines and blind followers? Does the Speaker only value Guardians who take orders and follow them unerringly? Is this what he purports to be the will of the Traveler? There is a chance that this is exactly what the Traveler wishes. The Osiris card seems to offer a bit of insight into the violent nature of our new life. It states that ghosts most likely choose to resurrect those best suited to fight the darkness, individuals who would excel in warfare and strive for heroism. We may have been chosen as an army of immortals, committed to safeguard humanity and the Traveler. This could be the will the Speaker chooses to explain. though he likely paints a prettier picture. If this is the case, then the possibility exists that the speaker is entirely well-meaning, hoping only to ensure the survival of humanity in service to our protector. He may be entirely devoted to this goal. There is also a possibility that while this is true, the speaker is also delusional. The voice of the traveler, the voice he feels he hears, may in fact be his own. On the other hand, it's also equally possible that the speaker is criminally insane and power-hungry, reveling in the fact that his charisma and intelligence have won him a position of power as the spiritual leader of an unstoppable army able to execute his very will. The latter may sound scarier, but the truth is that both possibilities are dangerous. But what if he's telling the truth? Since so little is known for sure, we must also allow for the possibility that the speaker is exactly what he claims to be. The traveler may have chosen someone to communicate with after it was crippled by Rasputin. In its vulnerable state, it may have sent a special ghost, able to resurrect someone who would believe in the light above all else, a man of unwavering faith. The speaker would then be the only one with the privilege and burden of truly knowing the traveler. Unfortunately, even if the speaker does in fact share a connection to it, we have no way of knowing if he is representing the traveler's will faithfully. Mysterious as his motivations may be, there are many who choose to trust the speaker. The leaders of the Vanguard, and by extension, the guardians that protect the city, seem to revere him. The consensus even rules over the city with him. To these people, the speaker seems an estimable sage, a unifying figure in a dangerous time. But one must realize that there is a startling degree of cunning in a person who can persuade the consensus and the last of humanity to follow. This power has not gone unnoticed, and there are those who are not convinced the speaker is a benevolent figure. It is no secret that Executor Hideo and the rest of the new monarchy do not hold much love for him, despite being a part of the consensus. This bias may be political or self-serving, but the level of disdain Hideo has for the speaker is enough to raise suspicions. The politicians are not the only ones who look poorly upon the speaker, however. The lone survivor Eris Morn also seems to distrust him. Eris has proven numerous times to have a unique and singular vision. She has said that she sees more than she ever did with her own eyes. Her mystical connection with the Hive has granted us insight into danger several times in the past, and though her own motivations may not be clear, it would be wise to exercise caution with those she mistrusts. If the speaker is counted among them, then it may be that Osiris got a little too close to the truth. Here's hoping the announced Osiris DLC finally answers some of our questions and sheds some light, no pun intended, on both Osiris and the speaker. Speaking of Destiny 2, though he may be mysterious, we know that the speaker is also important. Whether he is telling us the truth or not, the speaker most certainly knows things we don't. And in the Destiny universe, knowledge is most definitely power. Unfortunately, after the Red Legion attacks, the speaker has gone missing. Perhaps Dominus Gall sought to secure that knowledge for himself. He likely sees the Traveler as a particularly difficult cipher, with the speaker as the only one able to decrypt it. It's highly likely, then, that the commander of the Red Legion may have kidnapped the speaker to force him to communicate with the Traveler. How much easier would it be to put the power of the light to use with its voice at your disposal? A dramatic kidnapping is not the only possibility, though. Seeing that the Traveler, and in fact the entire city, was in peril, it could also be possible that the speaker put his self-preservation above all else and ran. He may simply be a coward, or he may have been aware that with the Traveler in their possession, he would be the next logical target for the Cabal, one that may have actually allowed them to harness the Traveler's light. Sadly, we will not know the fate of the speaker until we dive deep into Destiny 2 come September. Whether he is a diabolical liar or a charismatic man of faith remains to be seen. But for now, we can definitely speculate about his motivations and how much we will learn about him in the next game. While it's true that Destiny is filled with mysteries, this one in particular is central to how we view our Guardians and the role we play in the world we are sworn to protect. Hopefully, with Destiny 2's new focus on story, Bungie starts to offer some answers and lets us know if we are serving a madman or truly helping to save the world. Thank you for listening, guys. Leave a like on the video to let me know you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the little bell icon so you can become a part of the wonderful community we have here at Destiny Tracker. It makes my day to see this community grow and grow. We really have come a long way. Once again, my name is KillerBeast61. Have a great day, Guardians, and I will see you in the next video.